the Nerdentials podcast, starring your hosts, Joe Tweedy, Matthew Johnson, Jeff Barry, and Nick Thomas.
You did what?
Can you hear me chewing?
Oh, you're using your phone.
What? Whoa!
What the hell?
No, that's awesome! Holy crap!
What the hell? I knew something looked funny. I was like, wait.
No respect. No.
Good cover. Good cover. Good cover with that because I found that I saw the Chewbacca.
I saw the
thing,
Wookiee cup.
I was like,
Nick,
what
you
is
can come
that?
back out. Okay, no headphones tonight. He's at the table with us.
Wow.
That's good. That was good.
I was like, how long can we hold out? Because you saw the Wookiee thing. I'm like, what do I say?
Cup, and I'm like, fuck, we never had a cover for this.
Freaked me out just to see the door because I could see that, and then just out of the peripherals, I see the door open.
Where you were at? Okay, that's gross, Jeff.
Totally turned on.
Oh, no, I thought you were almost going to do that. I wasn't sure what was going to happen there.
You take a picture?
You ready? What are you doing?
You missed me that much. We need a picture for posterity.
Yeah, and to capture the moment of being here, I guess.
What?
Send it to my wife.
Oh, to show that I'm
Be
here.
like, hey, Nick's actually here in person. And he didn't tell us
She's
shit.
gonna be like,
Oh, shit.
shit, he's not gonna be home forever now.
What church do you guys go to?
There's some good posterity in that picture. Alright, guys, you ready to spin this wheel for the night?
Yes.
Spin the wheel of
No.
Speaking of wheels, no, you need a refill? Okay.
my alcohol.
How you doing? You mean your sweet, cool beverage for the summertime?
My R2D2's go-go juice.
On the plus side, the edit should be simple because I got one track to work with today. What?
I'm drinking Chewbacca's brain.
Yeah,
You are.
Let me
And
pick
usually
you.
he's drinking Vader's brain, but today he went
Well,
R2D2.
dang it.
because
Hold on.
these are new.
That's
You
fine.
got Chewbacca, you got R2D2. Maybe I should have got the freaking Darth
You mean grab the
Vader.
Vader?
I've got a
cup?
Father's
Maybe you
Day
should
cup.
have.
Why do you gotta be so...
Rude.
Sorry.
Don't you know I'm human
You don't
too?
have to.
I'm gonna marry
No, it's
her
fine.
anyway.
It's fine.
Alright, well, let's kick this off. And on that note, guys, welcome to Nerdentials, your semi-weekly dose of nerdy essentials covering TV, film, video games, and comic books. Today is a special episode where we will only be covering one of those many categories. We've got E3, guys.
Does anybody know
Yes.
what E3 stands for?
Anyone?
I do.
I can't remember.
Go for it. Jeff, what does it mean?
Electronics Entertainment Expo.
Yeah!
I
Nailed
did
it. First time. Awesome. We nailed it.
I stuttered myself for a second, and then I
You
got
nailed
it. My brain is still working.
and we could fix
It
that
could be the
in
go-go
editing.
juice.
Huh?
It could be the go-go juice.
My go-go juice is amazing.
And on that secondary note,
R2D2.
guys, we're here to blow out literally all the exciting aspects of
What is the
E3
video
that we're
going
interested in. What?
Nothing.
No, anyway,
Just like a Nintendo cartridge.
today,
Just
guys.
like just eating some colon blow, and we're ready to just like spew some shit at you guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. We are explicit for a reason. Thank you for joining us.
and it's because I'm here. It's pretty mild when I'm not.
Shout out to Paul. We miss you. This is why we're explicit.
Rest in peace.
Come back.
We're even more explicit when we're both here.
Anyway. All right, guys, let's just introduce everyone at the table today. I am Joe. Joining us from down south today, our reoccurring new member, but he's not new anymore. Third time around. Nicholas,
Yes, glad to be here. It's
you made the trip.
it's needed. Yes.
Yeah, it's different actually seeing you.
And scared the piss out of me while you walked out the door.
My presence is always better in person.
And you guys will see that in the post-credits.
Zatarans.
Zatarans. We're talking about rice.
Duh, the big red truck.
KFC.
Isn't that rice aroma?
What?
Anyway, joining me on the other half of the table, Matthew.
Yes.
Good to see you here.
Good to be here.
It's been a while.
Been a while. It has been a while. Not gonna lie.
It's actually literally been a while.
Yeah.
And to you, sir,
That is me.
I don't want to offend you by saying your name.
Oh,
It's Jeff. Oh, hi, I did it.
crap!
dang it, Matthew.
No, I'm gone.
No,
I thought
no,
I was
don't
gonna be
stay
here. Now I'm gone because I get to say my name. I'm offended.
Oh, stay here.
Oh, so offended.
Jeff, you're back.
I am back.
In black.
I am actually in
good.
black. Yeah.
Back and in black with a headband. That is black.
That is black. Also, my beanie that I was wearing earlier was also black. And I have a jacket that's
No, it's
like
dark gray.
Yeah,
Toned
it's
in a dark
charcoal
color.
gray, but you know, it's close enough.
And you got blue jeans.
And from what I heard,
But
your soul was
so-
black too.
Well, there is that.
Never changed. Came out that
I'm
way.
ginger and I have
I was born like
Anyways.
this.
But anyway, guys, to celebrate a little bit of the reunion of our core members, we're going to do our E3 coverage this week. So,
Blowout.
we got a lot of games. We're not going to dive into great detail on all of them. We'll stop at key points on games that we are truly interested in, that we personally want to go into, but we'll still mention names and dates of a lot of these games. We tried to write up as much as we could notes wise for. Man, it was intense. It was an intense long week of showcases. We had Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and hard publishing hitters. We had EA, Ubisoft, and I'm maybe missing some
Bethesda.
things. Bethesda. Okay, man.
yeah.
Short and sweet. But good.
That's good. So these guys have watched most of those tail end things. At least Matt and Nick did. I wrote up the first half of what I could catch from Microsoft and EA. So we'll kind of go a little bit in order, and we're just going to cover as much as we can today. Sound good, guys?
Oh yeah.
I guess
All that
so.
beautiful bean footage.
You guess so.
It's been a while.
He needs
He's
to
gonna
warm
see.
up.
I
He's
need
gonna
to
see
mic
if he
one
gets
up
it back
there.
in the flow.
He does. So let's stimulate that flow.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Because Kanye rhymes with Kanye if you say it enough.
Love you, Paul.
Shout out to you. All right.
MJ. Oh wait. Oh, hold on.
Let's jump into the first aspect of the week, the EA conference. We won't cover in heavy detail, but I want to point out a couple things that just struck me, like right out of the gate.
Okay.
Like this. Oh.
Yes, just like that. The fear in my eyes as your fist comes towards it. One of the right. So one of the big announcements that came was
One of the biggest announcements probably for that
whole conference
whole conference
was
EA's
EA's
new game.
new game coming from BioWare, their new IP that they've been talking about being in works with for a while, the Edmonton division, the guys known for
Being
the
good.
Mass Effect trilogy.
Being
Yes.
good. Let's
And
just say
Known for selling gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
If you haven't played BioShock, you need to. For one, because if you like RPGs and story playing, that is probably one of my favorite series of all times. But when they brought out that they're bringing out a new game and showcased this, I was like,
Mind blown.
yes,
So the title of their new IP is Anthem.
Anthem.
Anthem. I know. Coming fall 2018. It's a little ways out, but we actually got a decent showcase of. Well, initially we just got a teaser, and then the next day was it the Microsoft conference that
It was the
unloaded the
Microsoft.
full gameplay.
Yes,
Oh,
the 5-minute freaking.
They've been 4 years in development, and you know this is about as excited as we thought we should be for Mass Effect Andromeda. Sorry. Anyway, we're gonna scrape over that. Sorry. Those fans worried about the quality of the story have also recently been reassured by the announcement that Drew Karpyshyn is working on the game. He previously worked on BioWare's Baldur's Gate 2, Neverwinter Nights, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, Mass Effect 1 and 2, Star Wars The Old Republic, all of which were praised for their story.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we've got some huge expectations by laying out that claim.
The golden child.
The golden child for
BioWare.
storytelling
Yeah.
for their company.
Yeah. Yeah.
right? We're all.
Well, remember,
Yeah, go ahead.
if you saw the conference, he was actually the guy that like started tearing up on screen.
Yeah, so
if anybody
his emotions are invested in his writing.
Yes.
So an interesting aspect of this, a lot of people are calling this the loot shooter Destiny killer. I don't agree or disagree. I see some promise behind this. As far as like physical gameplay aspects, one thing that we noticed when we saw the trailer was the entire game is played. Combat interaction with the environment is all in third person. Mm-hmm. So it definitely looks like the Mass Effect game we should have got.
And what I was reading was social interactions are first person.
This is the connection I'm making, is that while you're in hub or in the city, you're walking around in first person.
That's bad.
On a side note, this is an interesting parallel to Destiny, where when you go to the city and the hub, you're in third person the whole time when you're talking to vendors.
And then when you're playing the
But when you're playing the game, you're in first
person
person the whole time. So it's an interesting thing that they're doing here. But there's a lot of similar controls. It's a cross between a few different things, because you've kind of got like a Titanfall feel where you're in a suit, but it's not like a full-blown mech. You're in a power suit, essentially.
It's like Fallout 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's like a Fallout 4.
Or like an
4
Iron Man
thing.
suit.
It's like,
Yeah.
the suit itself is kind of like Iron Man.
Brotherhood of Steel almost. A little bit, yeah.
The thing that blew me away is that this is... this people are saying in many articles I've read that this is the highest fidelity anyone's seen in an open world game, where, in other words, it's being compared to like Horizon Zero Dawn for like level of like, wow, 4K, mind blowing, but it's open world.
Yeah.
It's not compartmentalized.
Yes.
It's like there's almost no load screens. It's like free flowing. What he meant by Iron Man is in the demo, as you're flying, or I mean, you jump up, you launch your rocket boosters, and you start taking flight, free flying through the environment.
Nice.
This scene, you guys, were you blown away when he dove into the water?
Yes.
And the camera went under the water, and you were just rocketing through the ocean. I was like, oh my god!
The actual
seeing, like-
water graphics when it came over the camera was astonishing.
Badass.
It's
Nice.
astonishing. So people that are going to be getting Xbox One X, 4K, 60 frames per second, that's going to be
Already set apart beside the mountain.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, we'll cover it.
know.
Actually, we kind of skipped ahead. We'll move to that next, but I just let's tie up Anthem a little bit.
Well, no, you can keep going doing games. I just...
Bad talking llama.
Sorry.
No bad time.
I got excited.
It's all good. It's all good. Yes, there's excitement to be had, explanations
It's
to be had.
okay. It's E3, man.
But
Everyone's excited. It's a candy store for us.
Yeah.
What's really
There
cool
was-
is it usually comes right after my birthday. So
Yeah.
it's just like, hey, video game. They're like, hey, Jeff.
hey, birthday boy, look at all the stuff
Hey,
you
look at all
should be
this
buying.
stuff that you don't have the money for, but here.
So we'll be playing.
Anthem is a no questions for me because I'm just a BioWare fanboy. I will buy Anthem no matter.
With their
Yes.
pedigree,
Yeah.
I'm on board automatically, and after what they showed us, I'm...
Yeah, but it'll make probably Anthem looks like just going into a new IP, everything's fresh and new. They're coming up with a new mythos and everything, and they don't have anything that they need to really prove.
There's no fan base for
there's no
it.
fan base for it except for BioWare just being BioWare. So you don't have to really worry about pleasing people with that side. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
And knowing exactly who's doing the story for it, you're kind of just like...
You're kind of sitting... You're kind of sold on it when you know about the success.
I love Jade Empire. I love KOTOR. I loved everything.
Star Wars games.
Everything that he has touched.
The first two Mass Effects were lauded for their plot.
Right.
The storyline was
still need to play.
award winning. Let's lock down the next few titles, and then we'll hit the... Careful, copyright strikes. We cannot be doing that.
Only 30. What?
I do not own the rights to the music.
We can get away with. Don't look at any of the things that are on the table.
Cover your media. All the cups on this table.
Disney is gonna come after us hard. Look at how much Disney we have here.
Your shirt. Oh my goodness. Marvel. I'm supporting Marvel right here. No my.
Guess what?
Oh my goodness.
Snag.
And now Jeff Berry has a kitten.
Fucker.
He got excited.
And also has need for stitches.
She got excited. You need to be careful with her. When you pick her up,
Okay,
and she
anyways.
doesn't know you yet. Anyway. All right, guys, let's move forward. We got a few games, and based on your humming, I'll let you open up with the...
You looked
Star
up the
Wars
notes.
Battle... Well, no, well,
No,
I
he
saw
knows
it.
what we're...
Yeah.
He's excited about it, though.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Wait, didn't we have this before?
I know. I feel like we're living in a time loop.
What
Okay,
aspect
so
of the time loop are you-
technically, no,
Battlefront
we
2.
we did
Yeah.
have Battlefront 2 back
Yeah.
on the original Xbox and PlayStation 2.
Yeah, that's
They're reusing their titles.
However,
Dice's-
Okay, but
Dice's
yeah,
Battlefront.
however, EA still owns. Anyways,
Yeah.
Anyways,
If you
so
want to call it the same thing, go ahead. Because it looks gorgeous, guys.
it looks amazing.
I still
I'm
haven't
sorry.
played the first one.
I have it. We'll play it tonight.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Or whatever.
You get to play as the bad
the
guys mainly, and actually have a campaign for this game.
The
I don't know
number,
if- I don't
okay,
know
just like Titanfall 2, or Titanfall, the original campaign, it was multiplayer only, just
Right.
like Battlefront 1 was multiplayer only.
right
Now, did I hear?
now, Battlefront 2 campaign,
Full story.
Titanfall 2 had a campaign.
Right.
So
Did I hear correctly? The storyline goes from the first to the last.
No,
it goes
between episodes 6 and 7 of the canon.
yes.
So Return of the Jedi to The Force Awakens as far as story, and it's actually focused from the Empire's perspective.
Empire's perspective, yes.
Taking them
And
on as being like, hey, we're fighting for purpose. It's not going from the perspective of they're pure evil. It's like the people that joined the Empire are in it because they believe in what the Empire stands for, and so they think the Jedi
Which
are
is
evil.
like-
It's kind of like
Unity
they're
and-
trying to get
Yeah.
peace through order.
Yes.
right.
Right.
So you're
it's showing.
actually
It's like if you go and you play like Medal of Honor, and you go and you play as the Nazis for a little bit, and you're like, oh, okay. Trying to show you that not every single person that was part of the German
in the
army-
group
German
is
army
actually
is- yeah.
evil intentions are
Yeah,
not always
Exactly.
there. So that's it's a cool twist they're taking. As far as features for this game, so we don't know much about the plot except that it's following a an Imperial pilot,
An
and
elite pilot, by
an
the way.
elite pilot, right?
Not just a
And what's
regular-
cool is in the plot they showed in the trailer, it takes place where they're down on what was it, Endor,
Endor.
and the Empire, the people in the Empire are looking up at the sky and they see the Death Star blow up, and they're all in like shock and awe. It's as if your homeworld was blown up. That's kind of the perspective they play. Like our Death Star, or our space station, our Empire was just blown up in front of us.
But were they shocked about that? Or were they shocked about the beating they got from the teddy bears with sticks?
Both. Yeah, we'll just say that.
Teddy-
But there's
the
there's
cutest little
Ewoks.
assassins.
yeah, they are. Now, in addition to getting a campaign, we are getting.
So much.
Sorry.
It's all good. We're getting an explosion of features, Jeff Berry. Jabba, get out of here. No, I'm gonna come back. We're getting a plethora of features in this game.
Yes.
As far as the multiplayer is concerned, they are bringing back split screen couch co-op.
Good.
Something.
How much? How
that-
far?
2-player so far at 4.
It only
four?
Four
what?
screen.
4 screen.
Really?
Nice.
Because
Not since
Battlefront
360.
2 was only 2.
4?
Was
It
it
was
4?
It was 4.
Ugh.
Yes.
I mean, okay, but
But
I
it's-
never played it.
It was one of the couch party
Yeah.
games that we had all play.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is this
John
is
plays.
something. This is something a lot of fans have been a little upset about. It's like the small minority of the groups, because when we started going from pure, single console, single screen, single player in a multiplayer world, people are like, "Where's the couch co-op? I don't always want to be
know.
online."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, it's been going away so much. Halo 5 just... Like, that was the biggest thing that pissed me off.
Was
Halo
it was
5.
gone.
Because it was gone, and I wouldn't... Because I always play Halo with my sister. I
Mm.
always play it with
I
my
understand.
sister.
I understand.
Even co-op
yeah.
and stuff.
Here's the thing, though. Along with that, with the multiplayer, now you can have Yoda versus Darth Maul. Like, there's no, like... There's a hero mode back from, like, remember Battlefront 2?
Battlefront 2 had all...
When you had
yeah.
all freaking heroes.
It's all generations. That's the other
Yes.
thing is this is covering
All
all 7 movies that are
7
currently
movies.
Nice.
out. Yeah,
That's what I was asking about.
Yeah,
So you can do, like, Rey
Phantom
versus Darth
Menace
Maul.
through Force Awakens.
So, yeah, there's going to be... the
Kylo
story
Ren
that follows
versus
it.
Darth Maul, whatever,
Kylo Ren versus Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Yeah, right?
Kylo Ren versus Kylo Ren.
Oh, snap.
Didn't he get slapped around by a girl that had no training?
Yeah,
A little bit,
badly.
he did actually.
Like totally messed up.
And then he
his
threw a
face
fit
and
about
stuff.
it. But I don't
The
know.
Force, when you get pissed
threw a
off,
fit
is a
a
very,
couple
you
times.
know,
Yeah, he did.
horrible
He was like a little tiny baby.
But anyway, tangents aside,
Good.
something else that they promoted that a lot of people I think were a bit surprised about is it's going to have consistent seasoned DLC completely free.
Whoa!
You buy your game once, and you get new content and new updates,
and you get all the shit that they're gonna come out with it. Whoa, weird.
free.
And they say there's supposed to be at least like 3 big expansions to it
Coming that are all going to be free.
that are going to be free.
Phrasing.
It's a good way. It's a good way to go because EA needs to save face as well because
They need to
they've become a demon. Like people just look at them and it's like they have a lot of ground to make up.
There's a lot of season passes that I've gotten that I've been pissed off. Anyways,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, just saying, like
a lot of salt in the past, and
since we're
they're
still
trying
on
to help.
the E3 conference on E3 conference stuff right now, like it just E3 has just fucked themselves over. They're just mean. They're like the big guy on campus that everybody just like looks at.
more or less, it's more or less like
They
the
were.
bigger like
Yeah.
like Activision and
Still got all
freaking.
their-
It's a lot of the publishers that are not
Yeah,
paying attention.
because like with Call of
You know.
Duty, Activision with that they literally have season passes for $50, and it's just like
Why do I have to buy the game twice?
exactly.
Yeah, why do I have to spend $110 on this game and not
I
just spend?
definitely
Guys,
understand
I've
that.
got a few points after Microsoft and Sony conferences that we cover where we can do a little excerpt at the end of the
But
show.
my bad. I'm sorry.
No, not
We're
at
just-
all. That's fine. It's a good a side tangent to bring up.
We're talking about Battlefield 2 and Battlefront 2, but what's the difference? Because they're basically the same. I'm sorry.
Was that your trip?
Yeah,
Hold
no,
on.
it's like okay. So Battlefront is Battlefield, the new one.
Right, Battlefield 1. with-
Battlefront is like Battlefield with a Star Wars skin. At least the new creation of it. I come from, like all of us, playing the original Battlefronts and loving those ones and spending hours and hours and hours on
Days.
that. And it's a great game. And the reason why it was successful, the original one was successful, but why it wasn't just like a hit it out of the park gold was because it didn't have that feel of the old Battlefronts. And
Right.
and it was just sad because they promised so much with it and then didn't come through on it. And so I'm hoping that they fix everything that they did wrong with the first one and actually give us something that we want.
Here, I've got some good news for you. Since now you didn't watch this, they listened to everybody that made bad remarks about the first one
Okay.
and fixed everything to go where it goes back to the old days.
That is
Hopefully.
good. I see, and I heard that already,
That
and
is-
I'm with you there because EA, in my mind, doesn't have the best track record right now. They just don't. They screwed up with BioWare.
There's been some fuzzy connotations with
Yeah.
their success.
and so I got my fingers crossed for this. I'm excited for it. I'll try it.
Would it help if I said that you can now play as a battle droid?
I'm sorry. That's cool. Yeah, let's go back to.
I know.
I was like,
I
these-
joke, I jest, but honestly, yes. Just on a quick little side note, it's the only cool thing I think about like the physicality of variety of what they've offered is you could actually play as a stinking battle droid or one of those more super powered droids, or just you can
The
play
Super
as
Battle Droid.
super battle droid.
Is that what they were called?
I don't remember. Do you remember? They were.
Super Battle Droid.
Nick confirms they were called Super Battle Droids. Anyway, you can play as a lot of those. Fist bump on the screen.
Yeah.
You guys didn't hear that at home, but it was on the screen. Any other notes?
I'm gonna look that up later because I have a.
They showed.
I
Are
have
you
a
concerned about the name of it?
Yes.
Okay, well, That's fine.
They were battle droids, super battle droids. The rolling ones were droidicas.
Droidicas, yeah.
Droidicas.
You know what? What's really cool is we don't have to look it up later.
Well,
We have
for,
these.
but see,
I'll cut this part out.
A lot
I'll
of
cut
these
this part out.
video
Let
game
Jeff
companies-
look it up. Hold on.
Okay, Google. Super Battle Droid. Wikipedia. B2 Super Battle Droid.
Proven right there in
Okay.
the present
all right.
time
I stand
constraints.
corrected. It just, but see, you can't really.
Three things I try to be in the know of: Star Trek, Star Wars, and comics.
Let's just
Suck.
let's lay.
My.
No, hey, I'm gonna
Woo.
leave
Suck
that
my
out.
balls.
But
Suck my balls.
let's reserve our concerns for that later.
No, I personally think a lot of these video game developers need to stop over-promising and under-delivering. They need to treat it more like prom night
Yes.
and
Okay.
under-promise and over-deliver.
Beautiful.
Is that usually how it goes with prom night?
It's been a while for all of us. Thanks, Nick, for clearing up the air.
I got my
I'm here for
10-year. I got my 10-year reunion next weekend. Actually,
Do you?
yeah,
I
do.
feel old.
Mine was 5 years ago, so never mind.
Nice.
Mine was
So cool, guys.
Mine was 2013. I'm a
I'm
year
still-
behind you, I think.
I'm still
Yeah,
in my
okay.
20s.
Oh wow!
Just for one more year.
All right,
Don't worry.
so
We're
Jeff
kidding, we're
Perry is
kidding,
no
we're kidding.
longer going to be a part of this. No.
We're old.
Don't worry. People will start taking me seriously next year. So
Oh,
Only, don't worry about it. Is that when it hits?
30 will
The
hit me
3-0?
next
Wow.
year. Yeah.
So we've been
I'll be
taking
30.
this
I just got there
for
this
a
year.
couple years now.
You
I just got there this year.
Yeah.
All right, well, while you guys catch up, let's move on. Anyway, next game, I don't know a lot about it, but I'm kind of excited about what I saw. EA released a game called A Way Out.
Yeah.
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 I thought for a minute, and I don't know all the mechanics, but from what I saw in the trailers, it was kind of like a Prison Break setting for you guys that have seen Prison Break, with co-op.
did anybody see my Twitter? I mean,
Matthew blew up all about this game when he saw it.
Okay,
Go ahead, Matt.
when I first saw this game, I'm sitting here going, "That's
Yes.
Prison Break."
In a
And
game.
yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Like that was basically.
I mean,
on
they
my
made a
mind.
Prison Break game that wasn't so successful and it wasn't really that great.
And we'll skip over that idea.
But this
But they
actually
ca-
looks really promising just for the simple fact that it is meant to play co-op. You cannot play this game by yourself.
There's no online. Is it forced?
It's online,
local.
but
you
you
can do online. Okay.
Yeah.
But
no, there
no
is-
solo play.
In
it's-
this day and
it's a
age, no one
couch.
likes to play with themselves.
yes.
Factually true, Nicholas. Thank you.
But yes, this game is they're making it to where if you are playing
You have to
by
find someone
yourself,
online.
you have to either find somebody online or you're playing co-op
You
locally.
you get partnered, or you play locally. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so cool the dynamic options with this, because in the trailer they showed us you because it's split screen aspect on this, at least locally when you play locally.
No, the whole thing. Even when you're not playing locally.
So even when you hook up with a friend online,
Yes.
it
Yeah.
still shows you his
Yes.
perspective.
Yes,
Yes.
the whole time.
Oh, I did not
Like
know that.
that's why
Yeah,
that's
it's
why the
literally
boxes
co-op
move.
the
forced
whole time.
visual, so you
Yes.
see both perspectives no
Yes,
matter what.
No matter what. Wow.
That way you could be like, no, don't go over that way, go that way.
So you can see where they're screwing up or not
Yes.
screwing up.
and it will split like who's supposed to have the focus.
Depending on
Their
the
box
action.
will get bigger, and the other one will get smaller,
I
and
love
then
that.
the other way around.
And yet this guy didn't watch E3.
I
So
watched,
this allows you to actually say it was your fault.
I watched like catch up things.
He saw some
okay.
videos
So,
and he saw
yeah,
this
and A
one.
Way Out was like one of the ones that really caught my attention, and
It actually caught my attention
I'm
too.
gonna have to look
because
into it. I didn't watch it.
A Way
Get away.
Out.
Anyways, yes, A Way Out.
Yes, A Way Out.
Two
the
brothers.
Prison Break co-op.
Yes.
Getting out of prison. You've
The-
got the whole sneaking.
I pretty much watched the Cliff Notes.
one thing that I would say I didn't really like is how the characters looked a little bit. Like
It's-
Mr. Jagged Adrian Brody nose, and
Hey!
I'm seriously, he had like a broken Adrian Brody nose. It was just freaking huge.
But I like Adrian
Yeah.
Brody. Why do you got it? Why you got it?
Why you got
a big nose.
He does have a big nose. He's Jewish.
If
Oh.
you honestly,
I have
so-
no idea.
Anti-Semitic.
he's not.
Polish?
like,
Polish?
I'm just gonna say that if you saw him in profile, you would know who it was.
Okay.
Like,
Fair enough.
That's why he's in prison.
So guys,
Can you stand
the
over this
nose.
way? Oh yeah, that's like a foot out. That's the guy. I remember him.
So this is actually but this bottom line, guys, this is a game we're looking forward to. It's
Oh, yeah.
very cool
Yes.
and intriguing. It's coming to all platforms second quarter of next year.
And it's not going to be $59.99. It's only going to be like $30.
Oh, snap.
Because it's made by the same people. If you guys remember, Brothers that came out.
Yes, yeah.
And was the free
developer.
game on, and it was an Xbox exclusive.
So we're looking forward to this first half of next year, guys. Need for Speed, November 10th.
Need for Speed Payback, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, Need for Speed Payback.
And the reason why I'm
We
actually
know why
excited.
Matt is excited. This is kind of a
Because he
throwback
gets to play
to
Fast and
and the Furious.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, cool.
The Fast and the Furious
Then The
game
Rock comes
itself
out.
sucked.
Yes, it did.
Unfortunately, it did.
I spent so much time at the arcade on that.
You know what? Ian is like, all right, there's an itch that's needed.
Yes.
Let's fix this nostalgic desire. Plus, the movies are coming close to that culmination of excitement for fans. I know. Let's do heist-based mechanics. And you know what hasn't come out? You know what else game hasn't come out in a while?
Burnout.
Burnout.
Yeah.
Hey, let's incorporate some of that into this.
Exactly.
And
Well,
that
and
is
that's,
where we get
that's
it.
another EA title.
It is.
It
So I
is.
mean, they're just putting
They're merging
Hot
ideas.
Pursuit. They're putting Hot Pursuit together with Burnout and
Yes.
putting in some high.
That was the
heist
awesome
stuff.
thing about
And
Need for Speed
that's it.
games is
Yeah.
the police chases.
Yeah.
But
You're like, how high can I get
just
these
watched.
stars? Let's
I
do
just
this.
watched
We're-
the gameplay today, and
this is going to be a 4K, 60 frame per second game.
down
all the perks
downscaling,
of
right?
Huh?
And downscale.
Yes.
Downscale.
Yeah, so like if you're playing
We'll
on
cover that
like
later,
1080p, it's going to be a vibrant 1080p.
Yeah, me and Nick got some stats on that when we covered the Microsoft conference, but
Sorry.
you're fine. You're not jumping ahead's fine. It's okay with little
We
details
love
like
his
that.
exuberance.
Don't worry. We'll be covering. We keep alluding to the big news, but Xbox One X.
There it is,
But this
in
literally-
slurred form.
But with the gameplay that they showed on this, like it
But he's not
literally
drinking.
looks like a Fast and the Furious game that should have been made to begin with. Like,
It's like what the Fast and Furious game should have been when
Yes.
they tried to make one.
yes, and
Instead of just like an arcadey racer.
Saying it so.
Well, it was what they were trying to do was it Cruising World? That's what it was. Cruising USA, Cruising World. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work right with it. Anyways, and on that note,
Even with the bad cheese.
And on that note, so we're all excited. We're looking at
I'm gonna
November
get the game.
10th this fall.
And Joe will get the game.
And you know what?
because,
And you know what?
because-
It's coming out days after a certain thing we're going to cover in a few minutes.
Yes.
If it's got the pursuit aspect behind it, I will get the game. I loved it.
I'm gonna
love
let
those
you guys
it's-
know something.
yes.
I love racing games, but I will not get this game.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I've been playing
unless
some
Matt
Forza
buys it
Horizon
for
3.
me.
You might.
Hey,
I might.
I'm
Anyway,
actually pretty good at
sharing.
them.
hold on.
Sharing is caring.
It is, and he shares with me, so I don't know how it's going to work.
I
Anyway,
share with my.
well,
I have to share with my sister.
So
you do.
It's like because I love her.
another game,
Darn family
That sounded
relations.
convincing.
another game coming out that we're all excited for, or at least I'm ecstatic for.
Wait, let me see.
I think a few of us are ecstatic for this.
Oh yeah, okay.
Totally.
I didn't watch anything, but yes.
Assassin's Creed Origins,
All of us just came at the table.
Okay, so
and it's the beginning of the Brotherhood,
It's
which
the origins
Yes.
of the assassins themselves.
this is where we get to see the origin of the Apple of Eden and all of that stuff.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
This is the origin.
This is where Desmond, after this game, Desmond could come back, possibly.
How can you
I
really get more
possibly-
epic than ancient Egypt?
he's already
Yeah.
thinking what I'm thinking. Like when I
Yeah.
saw that, I was just like, oh my god, they could do this. Oh, yeah.
Assassin's
So-
Creed Origins is coming out October
27th.
27th this year.
Yes,
Sure.
it's going to be great. Takes place in You're
gonna buy this one, right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll get this
This is
one.
gonna be early.
Yeah, it takes place in Egypt.
Your character will be a magi named Bayek.
Nice.
And you have a hawk
notes?
that you can actually... Okay, so here's...
Okay, there's a similar mechanic this pulls from. Go ahead, Matt.
So, okay, the eagle that you get with this character, you can actually...
Falcon.
You know what? Eagle, falcon...
No, there's
something
something
else
different.
we're
A
talking
BOP.
A bird of prey! There we go.
Bird
Yes.
of Prey now introduces a new mechanic for the series, but a revisited mechanic for several popular games recently, like The Division.
Or Primal.
Right. Or Wildlands. Basically, it's like a drone, and you're looking up in the eyes of the
Eagle.
bird of prey,
Bird of Prey.
and you can actually...
You gotta know your bird of prey.
you get to track what your enemy is,
Up
or
ahead,
where it
yeah.
is, and see how many you have to kill, how many is around.
This sounds the most close to Far Cry Primal. But yeah, it sounds the closest.
You've
to Far
got your
Cry.
drone
just-
seeker, yeah.
You're riding camels. You're riding boats.
Did anyone see the slow-mo shot
on a
where
boat.
you
Oh, yeah.
tracked 3 arrows to 3 targets in
forget.
slow-mo?
Yes.
It had that. What game introduced the slow-mo drop aim? So there's bullet time slow-mo aiming. The
Burn arrow.
what's it called? What do you call it? The GoPro on the arrow, basically, where you
literally
you do a sharp shot with your arrow,
So
and
popular.
you can actually the camera mode goes to the arrow, and then you can actually guide the arrow to the target.
Nice.
Kind of like bullet whipping
Wanted.
from the movie Wanted.
Like
Yes,
Wanted,
absolutely, yes.
And the game, by the way.
Can you
Anyways.
curve arrows?
Now you can. Because you're an assassin, you're a magi.
We're out of EA.
There's a lot of notes.
There's a lot of notes here. We're bleeding out the ends.
Ubisoft is Assassin's Creed, by the way.
Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed. I should know I have
Ubisoft or
you.
Ubisoft.
Ubi.
It's Ubi.
Always been Ubi.
They're French.
Yep. Jinx.
Xbox conference.
All right, we're moving on to
Microsoft.
Xbox conference, guys. Microsoft. We won't go into heavy detail about the console. We'll announce a couple things here on the show simply because the hardware release and specs were released a month prior, even to E3. So everyone, it's old news. Everyone should know what it.
Sort of. They actually
We can dive into
upped
some
a couple
details.
of them.
If,
Anyways,
if you want to add some details that were new, I'll open that up for all of us. I will give you guys the 2 newest details. Project Scorpio is released officially. Everyone knows now. Xbox One X.
Xbox 110.
Wait, hold on.
Perfectly
Hold on.
fits the family.
Hold on.
Because it's
There
not
was-
a new console. It's an upgraded
So,
version of the Xbox.
Yes,
There was a
and that's
meme.
good.
There was a meme
good.
that I saw. Okay. And it goes Xbox box. And it has the box of like the Xbox. And then it goes Xbox 360, Xbox 360 box. Xbox One
box.
X. Xbox One Xbox X. Or Xbox.
Oh,
I was
jeez.
like, oh my god!
It sounds like you're starting back over your sentence. Xbox
Xbox
One
One
X.
Xbox One. X.
It was classic.
When,
Anyways,
like,
that was a never mind. Sorry.
The infinite
That was a
meme.
side tangent.
Yeah. So, we've got a release date and a price point. November 7th. We knew it was coming this holiday season.
$4.99.
500 dinero. Sorry, euro. Nope, sorry, US dollars. So, guys,
$500.
by comparison, we got
No, that
the traditional Xbox One. I think
Yes.
it's still at 300. The Xbox One S is currently marked at 250.
I have the
The original Xbox One is actually $199
Currently.
currently.
Okay.
500.
Because
Most people don't know
It-
this, but the S is going to drop to $199 when this launches.
Fantastic.
And they will
You know
stop
what?
selling the Xbox
I
One.
just got 300. I spent 400 on mine.
Xbox One S.
Yeah.
They're smart.
Did you get a terabyte?
Hey, but
And you got a game.
Yeah.
That's why.
and it comes
I
with a
got
terabyte though.
This one does.
Gears
The
of
S
War.
doesn't always come with a terabyte. No, they only have the 500 gig model.
Okay, sorry. I bought the Xbox One Elite, which had a terabyte and a
Mine
daily
only has
controller.
500.
We try not to say the word elite around him because I remember an Xbox
Yes,
360 Elite. That
Okay. Anyway.
So there's a few games for Xbox exclusives
Exclusives. We've got a decent list here. We won't cover everything, but there's some mentionables, and
like
there's some
Crackdown
ones,
3.
and there's some ones we want to dive into. Thank you for jumping on that.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm going to skip
let's
over.
mention it. Wait.
I'm going to skip over the racing game.
Okay, look. There's no details for Crackdown 3.
Why would we skip over Forza 7?
There was.
Did you see that portion?
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
hold on. Just stop for a second. Hold
It's
on.
pretty.
Guys, here, hold up. We know at every E3 event, every new console that comes out, they want to showcase. Everyone knows this. They want to showcase. What's the
Graphics.
prettiest game we can use to show off the graphics? It's usually a racing game.
It's
Forza
always
7.
Forza.
And as
Yeah,
no
yeah.
surprise for Microsoft, it was Forza Motorsport 7. We knew they were going to do that. 60,
Which is bigger and better than the last one because it's got over 600
And so,
cars.
guys, go seek out a different podcast or
What's
YouTube
it?
video if you want to find out fans that are fans of that. We're not.
All I have
We're
to,
not.
all I have to say is they
I am.
showed the
He's
weather
a fan
changes.
of Forza,
and
not
it was
Motorsport.
beautiful.
You don't play Motorsport, Matthew.
I have Forza Motorsport 5 and 6.
When's the last time you played it,
anyways,
though? Anyway, you played
We're not gonna go
Horizon
there.
yesterday, and we're not going to talk about that.
Horizon
Anyway,
3, amazing game.
for physical fidelity,
Gran Turismo.
Sorry.
well, we're not at the Sony conference yet. You hold off.
How dare you? How dare
Go to the PlayStation conference. They're releasing one. Guess what they put on there? Gran Turismo.
Wait, what?
Fort.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway,
Oh, jeez.
but it's not
Let's
Fort.
go back to
Hold on.
2007.
4K.
You
It's
know-
not 4K.
What? It isn't?
It's
Okay,
7K.
well, we'll get to that in a minute. So, Microsoft in grand tradition. Got the pun? Grand tradition.
Ooh,
Showed off.
that was tourismic.
Yeah, that was terrific. Showed off a racing game at 60 frames per second, 4K. Shortly after, they showed us the 2 years of wondering when any of this was going to happen. If you're a fan of the previous titles of Crackdown, you heard about it 2 years ago. You were teased about it every year since then, and you're like, okay, don't show me it this year unless we got a release date.
Oh, yeah.
And they gave us a release date. So,
Well,
yay!
and they gave us
It's
a
coming
Terry
out
Crews.
this fall,
Terry
November
Crews.
7th.
Here's the reason why, though.
Crackdown. Terry Crews.
Xbox One X, its ability to showcase the power of the game.
Yes.
The sandbox.
It's a spicy meatball.
The cloud ability to destroy buildings and the whole city, which they didn't showcase at E3, surprisingly, though they are claiming its ability to lay waste like Code Red.
Yes, you can literally destroy the whole city and
Red
have
Faction.
fun with it.
Red
Anyways,
Faction,
Red
sorry.
Faction.
Red Faction and
Yeah.
Classic.
So-
You're thinking of Command and Conquer.
Red Faction, yes.
I was thinking-
However, it's open world, and it's going to be one of the biggest worlds that Xbox is going to have. Yes. Sorry. I got
Collect your thoughts, I'll
distracted.
shorten
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm good at that,
He's-
man. I'm really good at that.
I can tighten out the edit if
Hey, do
you
you
need to
remember?
collect your thoughts.
No, you weren't there.
No, but the
Oh,
massive
what?
world destruction.
Massive world destruction. Cloud-based, I don't know, do you know much about that? How they were going to base it off the cloud to allow them to, it wasn't going to be in-engine or on the disk, but through cloud storage or the utility of using the cloud, they're going to be
compression
allowed
has been getting so good that they can
stream the destruction as
they
it's
can
happening kind
they
of thing.
can actually just have very very small like little pocket
The
stuff
areas you're in that you're
on there.
destroying
Yeah,
could be streamed to the game.
yeah,
Yes.
which means that it is going to be a data sucker. Though, like you play this game.
If you have data
and
limits for
especially-
Comcast,
yeah.
watch out, guys.
Yeah, if you are in a metered area, you're going to be a little screwed playing this game, because there's
But
really
if you got like something like Frontier where you got never mind.
yeah, I don't.
Some people have perks, some
Shudder.
people can't.
I would need.
I've got
I would need
Malala,
Frontier.
something or other, and I've got no.
Okay,
I would only have DSL if I
But
had Frontier
basically,
right now, so
like,
I did
Massive open world. It's you can destroy pretty much everything in the
it
world,
looks fun, like
and
the
it looks
previous
fun.
titles.
And
Being that
yes,
super cop, bounce around, throw cars halfway across the city.
yes.
And Terry
Major
Crews got
multi-
behind this more than Old Spice.
Yeah,
Yeah, Terry Crews, man, their mascot celebrity.
He's
I love the
actually
guy;
the
he's
voice, by the way.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But
You know he's the voice, right?
yeah,
She's-
oh yes,
he's
no,
The whole
voice
time,
acting.
right?
past
Yeah.
that cheeseburger.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
Terry
know
Crews
as well.
is your character as you're playing. He does
Okay,
the
I
voiceover
didn't-
for the whole thing,
He's got some fries that'll cross your ass.
which is why he was also in the trailer.
I'm glad that. You
But,
got that. You
anyway,
know who cheeseburger
I'm not going to
is,
give you
and
my
that
Moving-
McNuggets. Oh, sorry.
Anyway, let's slide on forward to another
I'm so
title.
happy right now.
A few of us have played. Nick, Matt, have you guys got on any of the alphas for
I haven't
Sea
gotten
of
my
Thieves?
invitation yet.
I actually got on.
You got on yet?
Yes, I got on.
Have you tried
Played,
it?
dude. That is
We're not going to talk about what we've played.
So
We'll talk about what we
NDA.
saw.
okay, we'll talk about what we saw, but
So right now we're transitioning into a great game that people are excited about. That game is by Rare, and it is called Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. And some of the fans here who have been through alpha testing thought, oh, maybe we get this in the fall. Unfortunately, it's pushed back a little bit. We got early 2018 for this.
And that's
that's
fine.
okay. That's fine.
It's only
rather
6
than
months
take
away.
their time to make
They
it
got
right.
they got some
Exactly.
time to polish this. What we saw in the trailer was awesome.
Beautiful.
One mechanic. A couple of us have been privileged to be alpha testers, so we won't talk about personal opinions.
I'm an alpha tester as well. I just haven't been able to jump on.
man.
So
They had
I'm waiting for an invitation.
that's
you'll get it.
you'll get it
get it.
very
You'll
soon
get it.
because
You'll
they
get it.
just opened up a lot more opportunities for
Yeah,
that.
it's like
Yes.
almost every weekend. It's like every other weekend now
But-
that they're doing it.
Yeah, well, actually, every week on Wednesday is when the alpha test was available, and they're opening
No.
up more now.
If I would have got my invitation, I wouldn't have been here today. Sorry.
It's good. That's fine.
It's good to know. Hey, no.
Hey, gotta have
Like,
priorities. Yeah.
You know what?
but
Shout out to Damian Nash at Geekologist Radio. This guy is going to get sucked up into this game when it comes out. This is going to be one of his. A lot of us are excited to see what this is going to be. Sea of Thieves is very stylized. It's like a World of Warcraft where it's going to look gorgeous when it comes out, and the beauty of its style and being stylized is it's going to last for a decade plus. They don't have to worry about what the technology is going to be for this game to stay fun. And
It's going to
visually
stay relevant.
and visually
I understand that.
exciting. There's based on what they showed us a comical aspect when the guy was narrating, going
Yes.
through the different things, encountering the shark. That was hilarious. Launching out of cannon. That that's for me what I saw, because I haven't seen that yet. None of us have, as far as playing it. That shooting out of a cannon and landing onto your enemy's ship looks freaking fun and hilarious.
fun.
It's
However,
so hilarious.
Musket and rapier fighting. Yeah.
I want to be able to shoot my rapier out of my musket.
Oh snap, dude! That's suggested they might take it into
Jam a
consideration.
Anyways,
cannon full of
If anybody
rapiers.
listens
I'm
to
not-
this,
I'm not saying.
hey, Sea of Thieves or Rare, make it so I can shoot my rapier out of my musket.
Get on this now, peeps.
And I want to punch a shark with a sharp. There we go.
With a
I
sharp?
saved it.
A shark with
I
a shark.
want to punch a shark with a sharp.
Well,
Just make it happen.
to make him
Can I
sharp.
can I get brass knuckles with glass on them, please?
And do we get monkeys?
it is.
Yeah, tickles.
Finish in my fish pocket.
All right, we've got an intense episode moving forward. Editing is going to be fun.
Matt that tickles for a reason.
He's
J-Dog
nicknamed that the
Johnson. Let's do
messenger.
this.
Okay, can we? Okay.
All right, guys,
We're killing him. We're killing him.
I'm going to save all the
He's
raw
gonna pop
footage.
another button.
Yes, look. Let's look. Where you at? You're almost there. Right there.
As
That
I
one's
said,
gonna
he's,
pop
like,
next.
he's gonna pop another button.
Okay. All right, guys. New platform coming to Xbox. Platform. That's right. I said platform. Super Lucky's Tale, November 7th. A few points about this. Super Lucky's Tale is the first platform we've seen on the Microsoft exclusive side of things for a while, especially on the console. It could be the next signature platform. Hopefully, if you guys remember, what was that cat that had a vacuum? Remember that? Those old days?
Bugsby or Buzz?
No, you guys?
Blix or something?
Blinks.
I was gonna get there.
Blinks and the Time Sweeper, or Blinks and... Anyway, Super Lucky's Tale looks like it could possibly be the next new signature platformer for Xbox, which Xbox kind of needs to touch on multiple cylinders of the field. The hardcore gamers, the lightcore gamers, the platformers, we need that.
It's very nostalgic.
It's been missing for a while.
Yeah.
To be honest, when I first saw the tail, I thought it was Tails, and I thought it was going to be a Sonic game.
Right, and on that note, this game evokes charm and fun like Mario and Sonic. From Words with Friends creator Paul Bettner.
Okay. All right.
Complete left field for a lot of us.
It was like, cool, let's go from Scrabble to let's make a platformer.
Anyway, that's the name behind it. But
I'm sorry.
But going to
On that note,
the style kind of reminded me of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
You know what?
Without the humor.
Conker's
Without
Bad
the humor.
Fur
I'm
Day,
talking about the style of the animation.
Nintendo 64 era.
I can't remember that far back. It does
Without the gross humor and the poop and the...
Minus all the adult crap.
Toilet paper.
Rare replay. 30 years expansion.
Pissing
You
on
never
it.
tried it? Okay, we'll talk later.
Great game.
Hopefully got it. I just
it's gonna be a lighter game coming in at the $30 price point and to the whole Xbox family and Windows 10. So that's kind of cool. I watched some of the trailer. It literally, you're playing, as a fox, and he's got a tail. He's got some tail whipping mechanics, which is probably reminiscent for Sega players with Sonic and
Tails.
Tails.
Yeah.
There's some cool aspects to this. Ironically, 60 frames per second, 4K capabilities, going to be up-res with that.
Platformer.
Trying to sell that, new Xbox Gold. But
okay, I got one question for this. Is it 3D or is it 2D?
It's 3D and
full
3D.
3D. Full 3D. As far as...
Because I haven't watched it, as I said.
You have it, and that's fine. No, there's another game I'm going to bring up next that is a mix of the two, but this one is full-blown three-dimensional Super Mario 64 style platforming.
Okay.
So it looks like a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm intrigued by the success for this. But what I brought up a second ago, as far as being a little more platformy, a new game by an indie developer, Odd Tales, is coming out with a cyberpunk style visually platform with 16-bit characters layered over 3D environments. And
sorry, continue.
No, you're fine.
The developer on Tales is doing it, but the game's called.
The game is called Sorry, I completely skipped that part.
I'm here for it.
The Last Night is the title of the game, called The Last Night.
That actually looks pretty neat.
Coming out 2018. It was actually a huge spectacle visually. It's not a typical platform in the sense that there's no jump mechanics. It's side-scrolling where you move like the 16-bit character through this cyberpunk world. And what's cool is everything around him is kind of 3D, but it still holds the camera angle of the 2D platforming. And so your 16-bit, it's a crazy mix of cyberpunk and nostalgic retro gaming. It's kind of a cool in-depth story where it doesn't involve jump mechanics, but it relies more heavily on an RPG element where you're carrying the story through character dialogue.
Okay.
So it's kind of a very different, interesting title in my mind.
Now, when I hear the word odd in anything, I start thinking... Oddworld, yes. And so, are any of the people that are connected with the Oddworld series connected to this game?
It's different companies.
Just complete. Well,
Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying. From those,
because it's saying. But what I'm saying is like people from that company could have gone and made a different company and still put Odd in the name because they came from.
They were awesome
the people.
games though.
Yeah, I just bought New and Tasty, so I could play it. Me and my wife could play through it because we grew up on the game. We both beat it, but we haven't played it together. Yeah.
Every iteration of every Odd World game made.
Munches was good.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the Bounty Hunter
Odyssey.
one.
I haven't played
I liked
that.
Odyssey.
Odyssey is
Yeah,
good.
it was
on
That's a little more.
And Exodus was good too.
Exodus was good too. I like
Strange World, Odyssey, Exodus.
That was more current, yeah.
Munchy.
Munch's Odyssey. Yeah, Munch is totally beautiful. Sorry, I was just
You're fine.
When I'm hearing odd
Basically,
anything,
what you're
it's
thinking
like,
about is this is kind of like that aspect of game where it's a side scroller.
Yeah, it's
but
unique
everything
enough.
else is
and
around you.
it sounds unique enough to be something that people from I can't remember what the developers were called that made the Oddworld series, but it could be.
We'll have that information down below.
Yeah.
Anyway, shifting from that, because I was going to bring up something else, but that kind of beautifully shifts into kind of my general opinion of a great Xbox exclusive platforming game that came out a few years back with the name Ori in it. And I don't...
Oh, yeah.
Right? You guys kind of remember that?
Yeah.
Little action platformer. The sequel is coming soon. No release date yet, but it's going to be called Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I just, a few hours back, before we started recording, watched the trailer for this. It's got the 4K up-res for the new Xbox, and it's just running so beautifully. I watched the trailer, and one of the things that kind of threw me for a loop, in reference to like this last game, where we're talking about like 3D elements but still side-scrolling, this game is filled with layers of three-dimensional characters and environments that are kind of weaving in and out. Big bosses, beetles, characters kind of like weaving in through the environment, but the camera angle stays at the two-dimensional side-scrolling perspective as you're playing as Ori.
Yeah.
I was like, this is freaking gorgeous.
It's going to make you feel like Temple Run. Where platformers are going, it's kind of going the way of like Temple Run and stuff like that, where your perspective is going to change. Or Fez. Fez is probably the best way to really describe it, because they probably did it with the most magic to it, I feel like.
I know, it's cool about this is that the environment around you is very three-dimensional, but the camera's locked in, so you really feel like this is a living, breathing world.
Yeah.
With this one. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's going to be an exclusive Play Anywhere Windows 10 Xbox game sequel. And it looks like Ori is going to be a little more of a franchise, because they're kind of moving into more chapters of the universe that it's playing in.
Yeah, that would honestly be awesome.
They had the first one, and then they had an expansion off the first one. Mm-hmm. And I have both of those, and they were actually really fun.
Are you gonna buy that for me too?
Ori.
Think of it like a Japanese phonetics.
Yeah,
and that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Because just
Anime
remember
style
raw,
kind of thing.
or a, e, u, a, o, and then anything. Then you would just know that it's gonna have that.
As you read it, right?
Yeah.
I skipped over something, but actually, I'll save
Cuphead.
I'll save this for last. You want to say something about that?
Cuphead got a release date, so it's no longer in limbo. So
woohoo!
Yeah,
like the
that's
game,
a good one.
but not.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually like the idea of the game.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a mixture of like Metal Slug and but cutesy. So Metal Slug and Contra, but cutesy. So that would be cool.
The culmination of those
Yeah.
games. Right on.
So hopefully it actually gets released, because it's been in limbo.
And Contra,
So we don't-
the
side
original
note.
Contra is actually my favorite game of all time. Anyways,
Do you know a date or any time frame? I think
Yeah,
that's
it
fine.
says mid 2017, so it could be next month. It could be a couple months from now, but it should be released
Sweet.
soon.
It'll be before the end of this year for
Yeah.
sure. Oh, sweet.
If it actually releases on the date that they say it is. If it gets delayed again, which it could, if they have people like they have had play it and be like, I think that it should have, because it was supposed to be just a boss fighter at first, and then they're like, let's make it. It would be really cool if it actually had some levels to it, and so they put levels, and then people didn't like the levels, so they had to revamp the levels. So
Right.
now
so they've
we're
been adding
here.
stuff. And
Yeah.
We're here,
Now we're at this point.
So it's
And
almost like a side-scroller version of how you guys play Everwing. But you have the level, you go through all the stuff, and then all of a sudden, boom, boss fight.
It could be like Castle Crashers. I'm feeling that it could possibly be a feel of Castle Crashers, but if I'm remembering correctly, it has platforms, so it's more like Contra or
Yeah,
Metal Slug.
everything's a little more like Galaga, like
Well, I'm
old
saying
school
instead of
retro.
going up, you're
Oh,
going
yeah.
side screen.
Right. I got you.
Completing the level, getting to the end. Oh, boss fight. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Right.
Yeah, and it's gonna
Go
be
time.
that way. That's why I'm saying more like Metal
Like,
Slug, because it's one of those like bullet hell kind of game. Metal Slug is more bullet hell than
like TMNT,
any other ones.
freaking arcade game, or Simpsons arcade game. Is that right?
Oh,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade games.
TMNT and Simpsons.
Battletoads.
Battletoads. That's Castle Crashers, guys.
Side scrolling arcade mayhem.
Yeah, you're so great.
Speaking on that, and with no real transitions, I'm just gonna
Hard
throw
cut.
this down. Hard
cut.
Bam!
State
Hard cut.
For Microsoft, we've got another wonderful zombie apocalypse blowout of a game. A sequel to a very successful, smaller developed game known as State of Decay 2 this year. Follow-up to 2013's open-world zombie survival game. This one is going to focus on more co-op play. We're going to see a lot more vehicles, a lot more weapons. I think...
Looks like you're more deciding on the fate of your group.
Yeah, instead of
right.
it being just more like, oh, this guy's gonna die now kind of thing. It's more or less.
It's less singular, more cooperative.
Yes.
Which kind of builds on a kind
More
of an
open
interesting,
world-ish.
a fun element to what the zombie apocalypse for gameplay is turning into, I think.
I would agree.
I think it's fair to say.
I wouldn't know.
Is there a release date? I don't think there's a release date for that. We might just edit that.
2018.
Whenever it's ready.
It's coming out soon.
It's 28.
Right, cut
Early
that.
We could just do like the Witcher studio does with their
Whenever it's
yeah.
ready.
Whenever it's ready. When it's good, we'll release it.
When it's good.
When it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Fourth button.
All right, guys. Last little tidbit of info that we were excited about as far as the Microsoft conference goes. I've never been a heavy player of this, but I love going back to it on and off. And now that Microsoft's given me another reason to jump on the Minecraft bandwagon.
Yes.
Oh, they made it pretty.
No. Okay, there's fair enough in one respect, Jeff Berry. However,
And with that cross-platform,
hold on, they called it the Super Duper Texture Update with 4K
yes,
texture updates. So we're gonna get a more pretty looking version of the crazy stuff that the fan base for this game makes.
There's crazy
a lot of
things
the
you do with
sculptures, the massive environments, the recreated Star Trek spaceships and Star Wars Death Stars. I mean, guys, go look on the community on YouTube. Go look up world's biggest Minecraft creations. You'll find some insane crap.
And they'll just get better.
And it'll
Yeah.
just get better
The
because
thing
of
is-
what's coming forward here.
That Minecraft is actually jumping on the bandwagon really late on bumping up what a cube game looks like, because there's been games that have come out like 7 Days to Die or something like that as a cube game, and it's upped its graphic. It has upped graphics, looking good. But
Right.
I think they're the first one to bring it into 4K, which is cool. But I'm just saying, like, they're a little bit of behind
This
on
is
making
this
the
is the new
texture pack.
generation's Legos.
Yeah.
Make anything you want.
It is, and
pretty much.
And
Which saddens me, sort of.
the secondary feature to the texture update, I'm slurring my words.
Texture
update is the fact that this is a game that's owned and published by Microsoft. Yes.
No.
But the interesting thing they're doing about it right here is that cross-play, and we're going to skip across any deep conversations about cross-play right now because there is some heat behind it in the media, but I'm just going to gloss over, but still bring up the fact that cross-play across all platforms. But
Good.
it's very generic, but let me
Good.
just specify.
Yeah.
Xbox, PC, mobile devices, and Nintendo.
Good.
Nintendo Switch wants Minecraft cross-play multiplayer. If you're on your Switch and you want to join in with me on the Xbox, and my buddy Matt's on a PC, which he doesn't have, and there's like 4 or 5 of us that want to play
Throw me
together.
under the bus. I'm the PC guy.
He's the PC guy.
I
and the
have it on
Xbox One and
PC.
mobile guy. Anyways,
All right, but that being said, guys,
Wait, you're missing one in there.
Am I?
Apple.
No, is there one
No,
that
that's
should be
actually
in
not true at all.
There should be one in there.
What's the other device? What are we talking about?
Apple.
The one that's missing.
No. Jeff Berry, stop bringing up Apple. I'm going to bleep myself right there. That's not the controversy.
No, we're talking about one that should be in there, but isn't.
Because they don't want to be.
Wait, who doesn't want to crossplay with everyone else, including the family-friendly company of Nintendo?
Hey,
Sony!
Jeff, do you know who it is?
Oh.
Is it PlayStation?
Louder?
He is subliminally putting in Sony. Oh,
I'm
man.
pretty sure it's PlayStation. Am I right?
There it is,
Hear
guys.
Jeff, it's PlayStation.
There's subliminal messaging in there because of his whispers, but Sony. Oh. We'll save that for another discussion, maybe at the end of this episode, but man, come on.
And what
Just
that also
guys,
means...
gotta pee in a cup.
What that also means is that they're beefing up their servers for this game.
For everyone to join.
And
in.
it's not just going to be like, okay, right now you can only have like 8 players within a world on the Xbox version, right?
Oh, on the Xbox version. Okay.
On the console version.
Yeah, because you can have a lot. That's why Hunger Games is a thing.
With them upping their servers, it's going to be 20.
Good. Are they actually going to let mods happen?
Yes.
Like more, so you can actually get the modded community?
That's the thing that they're talking about. They want more community created on.
Yes.
Good,
They
because
want
that's
community
that's
service.
the other major feature is
Yeah.
there's a completely
A lot of community
open
stuff.
community-based market now with this
Good.
update.
Good.
So those people that are like, hey, what about this skin? For
Those that made the
Minecraft?
Death Star map can now download it onto any
exactly.
console.
That's the thing that made Minecraft what it was.
Because the seeds, I never felt like the seeds worked that well on the Xbox.
No.
So you couldn't
It
actually
was-
go to a seeded world and get what you thought it should be, like you could on,
I know what you're talking about,
on the
yes.
PC.
Absolutely. So there are some really cool things coming out of that property. So guys, that being said, our last game topic, a few new details to those who are Destiny fans. Destiny 2 got a few additional informational leaks with a new trailer that was actually quite epic, honestly. We saw our new enemy, Gull, of the Cobalt, talking down to us like insignificant little ants. And even went so far as to kick this innocent
I can't wait to shoot him.
warlock over the edge of the tower down to the ground below.
That's alright, it was just a warlock.
I'm trying to be emotional here, and we're not going to bash other classes. Nick, come on, not right now, not yet.
I'm sorry.
Hold off,
I'm not
It
a
happens.
classist.
because as as that trailer moved forward with his menacing dialogue and narrative, and some badass, very pure white armor that could have only come from what, a vault of glass or something. I don't know where he came out of.
Chatterwhite.
Or, yeah, that
Shader.
that cheddar. I call it cheddar white. Not shader white, cheddar white. But anyway, that guy, that trailer just instilled in you more anger than we had before. We're like, okay, we need to take him down.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
we're,
need a lot of auto rifle ire.
we're pissed now. And you saw him land down below on the ground from the tower, and with 2 others rising up, just completely defeated in that moment. Okay, now this is where we need to band together, and we need to build our light back up. We need to get that power back that we had. Oh, so much excitement tied into just that trailer.
And then it cut into a band together montage.
Montage.
Yes.
A couple small details though, aside from that. Matt, real quick, since we're just doing a Destiny side note, what kind of jollies did you get from that trailer?
Basically that Destiny 2 is like 1,000 days away, and I want to play it now, kind of thing. Like I'm
not literally, but it feels like 1,000 days.
Like I want to kick this guy's ass really bad.
And you know what?
And I don't cuss very much.
No,
We're
you
going to do it together.
But you know what's cool?
Hmm.
Is that through the graces of Bungie and or Activision, somehow they're bringing it to us 2 days sooner.
Yes.
That's right. The new release date, guys, was revealed at E3 okay, there's could be some animosity between the hardcore people out there that may have taken a day off or time off of work, which it happens with big game releases.
Yes.
People try to take days off, and that can be frustrating because they told us September 9th, or no, it was 8th, sorry. And with the new release, we're getting a Wednesday?
Yeah.
Midnight Tuesday or late Tuesday of September 6th is the new actual release date. Two days early. The way I like to look at it is it's less than 48 hours. Even if I can't take another day or two earlier than that from what a lot of people have already taken time off of, I'm like, gamers still win in this situation. I don't think the whole plot of the entire game was going to be unloaded in 2 days.
That's why
That's
why I bet on the digital release instead of a physical release.
It's the same day, though.
I know, but I don't have to be there on Wednesday in line.
Okay, but that's not
true.
Okay, true. Very fair point. But I think the bottom line is even those that are it's actually been proven through statistics that it's getting really close to 50% of sales now are digital. So of that few million player base, several million player base, half of them are still getting this digitally. And so it's not about, I gotta wait in line. It's about, I took Friday off expecting this weekend to be amazing. Now people are going to get it on Wednesday? What?
But
you know what I mean?
I'm still going to wait in line for the exclusives.
There's exclusive digitally. I think, Nicholas, your argument's slightly flawed on this.
I know.
I'm just saying.
The physical exclusives at the stores, the box stores that they're doing, like
all you're getting is like
I know. I get it. The package
poster.
that you're ordering, yes, the physical copy, but for the
I don't really
majority
need a
of
poster. I'm getting the guns.
I don't
and
either.
The skins.
I want to get it the day it comes out. Boom.
Yes, $99.99. Anyways, what?
However, we've got some beta
Yes.
So, date release info here.
PlayStation will get it on July 18th.
bastards.
That's because
whopping.
Sony has exclusive.
They have some exclusivity.
Yes.
Exclusivity.
But
it's only 24 hours.
24 hours. Not as we thought. We thought it might be way worse. They get it 24 hours before Xbox.
No, those that are getting it on PC.
Now PC,
You gotta wait till August.
7 weeks. I've listened to just on a side note. I've listened to a few podcasts. The release date itself, actually, not the beta. The release date itself, actually, the beta for the PC is late August and doesn't have a specific date.
No.
The release date, though, is
October 24th.
24th.
For PC.
7 weeks later. That's a week and a half.
Yeah.
For a game that's unified with critical content that's expected to come out very frequently. I've been listening to some podcasts, some hardcore Destiny groups that... Because the crazy thing is it's the raw power version of Destiny, and a lot of players are either... The people that are upset are the people that are already PC players, or the people that wanted to go to PC are getting this crazy content 7 weeks later. And Matthew, as a veteran player, Bungie is probably not going to delay their strike by 7 weeks, because we know it's not coming on the release of the game, but the exclusive content or the the preliminary release content, like the strike and things like that, are not gonna release on launch, but they're not gonna wait 7 weeks for PC players. And the reason I say, Jeff gives me a curled eyebrow as to, why is that critical? Let's explain why that's critical. Okay, we've got some Lorecast podcasts out there. We've got Ghost Stories, a Destiny podcast. We've got Destiny's podcast Reset. We've got the Guardian Radio with Bife from I Am By from YouTube. We've got these heavy-hitting podcasts that have been there from the beginning that rely on current content as it comes out. Half of those guys are PC players.
Yeah.
That's kind of a negative hit on their ability to be content creators, because guys like I Am By from YouTube, if half their guys that he's on, Crucible Radio with want to talk about what just got released, they either have to wait or they have to jump ship and leave PC. That's kind of a really crapshoot situation.
It's not going to be.
So let's
just
just move forward.
So basically,
you hope it's not going to happen.
I hope it's not going to happen, but
right.
As far as like a raid style goes, that's not. I think it's going to be when the PC people get the game and they can enjoy the actual storyline.
So,
however, a lot of those PC guys still have consoles at the same time, so
I know,
they could
but
keep up.
that's kind of
why would they want to buy 2 different copies of the game?
That's neither here nor there, because there is no Play Anywhere. This isn't a Windows thing. This is Sony Activision. You have to own one or the other, or pay $120 for 2 copies of the same damn thing, and no one's going to do that. No one is going to do that except the elite hardcore people, or people at IGN who out of their own who are paid to have those consoles in order to get that information.
Or anybody, and they don't even pay for their copies; they just get them.
That's what I mean. It's a company-based media center where the company is going to get them a PlayStation 4 Pro, and they're going to have that copy.
Exclusivity just needs to fucking die, is what I think.
It's an awful thing. It's horrible for the whole industry.
It's killing the industry in a different way. And so, like,
the whole aspect of, like, okay, specifically with, like, Destiny 2, Sony's holding back Xbox from using their 60 frames per second.
They're holding back the hardware out of a complete greed movement.
And it's nothing but greed. They're like, we don't have this yet. We're not going to let anybody else do it.
And the only thing I want to say to kind of defend the people that are listening to this conversation right now, that are Sony fans, because we're not hating on the various properties or the games. But the company as a corporation is being really stupid. Here's the thing. The company Sony as a corporation is not being fair or right in this situation. And the defense that hardcore fans will say is, "Oh, Microsoft has done this before. They've done it in the past. Exclusive content, time release and stuff." Hold on, real quick.
Hold on. Okay.
We're not talking about things that happened 5 years ago. We're talking about how the industry is in 2017.
We're not talking about exclusive stuff that's time released. We're talking about they're capping the abilities of other people's
technical
systems.
Innovation.
Yeah. It's graphics fidelity. It's not something that they should be able to hold.
Right.
Exactly. And here's the other thing. Okay, so those people that have Sony still have exclusive weapons, exclusive things,
content release
in Destiny.
Yeah.
That Xbox still does not have.
Before the sequel releases from Destiny 1, yeah.
Yeah,
and I know you're going with that, yeah.
And they made a tweet about this. One of the heads of Destiny goes, Destiny 2 exclusives for PlayStation will be available to Xbox and PC in 2018. They said that exact same thing back when Destiny first came out, and we still haven't gotten those guns or anything. There's certain strikes.
Did they say 2018?
They did
3 years ago. Okay, it's not 2018 yet. We might also get on with
it. I'm saying that's what they said for Destiny 2.
But here's the thing, though: they're releasing these weapons that PlayStation has been able to have that we're going to get after the second game comes out. Who's going to play it?
And it's
lost content, which really sucks for a lot of people.
There's 2 multiplayer maps that I've never played on that are Sony exclusive. There's 3 specific strikes that Sony has that
we won't see after Destiny 2 releases.
After we move to Destiny 2, there's no point in going back.
Exactly. It just does not make sense.
A lot of people are on that. A lot of people are at that point. It just sucks as an innovation, as an industry, as a fan, it just sucks. A lot of us are kind of getting so old with it that we don't even care that it's exclusive anymore. We're like, okay, we're never going to see that, so let's move on and keep playing the game, kind of.
Sorry, if your system cannot handle being at that graphic fidelity, it's not everyone else's fault, and they should not suffer.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Can I take a squad over Sony real quick?
Go ahead. No, real quick, hold up. Give him a moment of silence. Go ahead.
Okay, so my whole thing with Sony, they've messed up over and over again, in the past, and they kind of do another thing. And sorry, Joe, but it's like the same reason why I don't like Apple is the same reason why I don't like Sony. They monopolize things. They make it so you can only use their products with their products, and that's like really the best way that you're going to be able to connect them is if you use that stuff. And this exclusivity stuff, it is the same thing. Why would you? And somehow they still have all of this money, even though they've screwed up so much in the past.
Even though as a company they won't.
Yeah, exactly.
4 years ago, one quick side note. Yes, okay, they went as a corporation. Mm-hmm. They filed for bankruptcy a few years back. They have never completely recovered to their golden era of Sony, and the only department. We're talking movies. That's why they're squeezing out that Spider-Man out of Marvel. They're trying to be like, okay, we made a deal. Now we want to pull them back. Same with hardware and televisions, Sony TVs, Vizio, all of that. The only company that is actually profitable right now is PlayStation, and that's why they're squeezing it as tight as they can.
And PlayStation has had its own flubs so much in recent past as well. Like, they were down for about a month and a half for all of their online services because they got
hardware
hacked.
hacking. Yeah.
They lost one of their biggest exclusive games, Final Fantasy, because the
developer wasn't stupid and they needed to make more money.
Yeah.
What it comes out to is they needed to make more money, and we're like, Sony, you're kind of smothering us.
Now they really only have Kingdom Hearts, and that's it.
No, from Square Enix.
Really?
Oh, that's actually
Kingdom
coming
Hearts
to Xbox
3 is Xbox.
Good.
They lost Square.
They lost Square completely.
They lost exclusivity
as a pure exclusive.
And so does that mean that they also lost exclusivity? A lot of like the exclusivity that they had with Disney then as well.
But here's the question I have:
Disney,
if they lost the exclusivity to Square, are we going to get Dissidia?
Ooh. Probably not.
Speculative statements right now.
That's their epic fighter.
Final
Fantasy style fighter.
I haven't played Dissidia, and that would be
beautiful.
Great. Yeah,
and that's the one and only thing that could ever bring me over to play on a PlayStation is Dissidia.
Here's one of the takebacks that this is kind of jumping forward with like this Sony E3 thing. They hinted that they're remaking Final Fantasy VII exclusive for Sony.
Okay. Well, that's going back on what they were saying before, that it was going to be everywhere.
Exactly.
And I would be pissed because I just want to play
it.
And I won't shell out the money for PlayStation to play.
No. The only thing that makes me want to play to get a PlayStation is some of their RPGs that they like. It would be Final Fantasy VII and Ni no Kuni, and that's it.
I'll play it on the computer.
Can you play Ni no Kuni?
Don't know yet.
On
We'll eventually. So you can get an emulator for
That's
anything.
all good. So let's
hard cut.
I have no more buttons.
No
more them.
Hard cut.
Okay.
What I think is this. Everybody here has their biases, and they all switch. Like Nick and I don't like Sony. There's that. You guys are okay with Sony.
I'm indifferent towards Sony.
You're indifferent.
I hate what they're doing from a business standpoint.
Mm-hmm. As far as like story RPGs, Sony has it on lock.
They used
computer.
Yeah.
God of War
computer
is one
and
of
they have
best
some crazy stuff coming out that's awesome.
PlayStation holds a huge part of my heart when growing up because of all the stuff on the PS1.
Yeah,
but that
Those
doesn't mean that...
Oddworld games we were describing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a
PlayStation.
PS2 and
Final
a
Fantasy
PS1 right
Tactics
now.
is my favorite game
played
of
it on
all
Xbox,
time.
though.
The
And
originals.
Same with
The
Devil May
originals
Cry. Same
were
with
on
Devil May
PlayStation.
Cry. I played it on Xbox. I owned it on PlayStation, actually.
DMC3
I
was
own-
on...
They have the
Oh,
collection.
360.
3.
I know. Anyway,
But
But
what I'm
so
saying,
wrapping up-
or DMC4 I played on Xbox 360.
very valid points, Jeff. I agree with a lot. A lot of us here agree with the shadiness of Sony's current stature and predicament in the corporate world, and it's anti-consumerism. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Bottom line, period. Bad for the industry as a whole. All of us agree with that, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Like, even with, like, their backward
Wholeheartedly.
compatibility. They have
Absolutely.
none.
And speaking
Yeah.
about backwards compatibility, Nick,
Yeah.
you have some notes to share with
Yes.
us.
Let's drop a bomb.
Backwards
Oh,
compatibility.
bomb. Going back to Microsoft for a few minutes here.
Who here is a retro player? I'm a retro
Me,
player.
all arms going up at this table.
Okay. There's
For people that are
so many
listening.
games that we would love to go back and play, and Xbox is finally answering that. They are going backwards compatible to original Xbox.
Hot
That is
damn.
Yeah.
Pipe dream for us before when they first did 360.
They,
We're
they,
like,
they have said the list will not be as big as the 386 games
For
that they
360
have for
currently.
360, but they are working on important names for us. Important games. They're not dedicating to any titles yet, except for 2.
they revealed to
Fusion Frenzy,
Fusion
which
Frenzy.
is amazing because I love that game.
That was one of my
big
first
party
games.
game, 4
The second
player,
one wasn't
split
that
screen.
good, but the first one, yeah.
First one was amazing.
And the one I'm excited about,
Where is the competition?
Crimson Skies.
Sorry.
You're excited about
It
that?
was one of my favorite games on the Xbox.
Okay,
If you
because the
didn't
one
tou-
that
did
I
you
am
ever
the
touch
most
it?
excited about.
Did you ever
Did you
touch
ever-
Crimson
Yeah,
Skies?
I had
okay.
Xbox Magazine, so of course I got the demo discs.
The
Dude.
demo.
Yeah.
The demo
Demo
actually
discs.
was very cut back. You didn't get a lot of the feel of the game.
I had the whole
Well, I
game.
wasn't gonna pay for it, but then again, like because of the demo.
It was
Right,
an
right, right.
alternate 30s universe where instead of trains and all that, the big transportation was planes and zeppelins.
Okay.
And it was awesome.
But it was a smooth, intuitive dogfighting shooter.
Very.
Which was one of the earliest iterations on Xbox, at least.
Yes.
And that's why it took on popularity, even if it didn't strike a chord
Now,
with
here-
you know.
this is gonna kind of
Yeah,
suck
I'll let you
because
go.
with that game, I was actually playing on PlayStation 1 at that time.
Oh, snap. Contrary to popular belief, we do like PlayStation still.
That's a
Okay.
PS2.
So
I know.
I want. I'm gonna be happy about this. Like I was happy when they announced it,
Happening.
but this is what I want. You need to give me Jade Empire. You need to give
Oh,
me
heck yeah.
Knights of the Old Republic,
KOTOR.
and you need to give me Morrowind.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
there's also something else. Along with old games, you gotta have the feel of the old games.
Yeah.
Xbox has decided to go into partnership on this one with Hyperkin. Their R&D department is also resurrecting the old Duke controller.
Fat
The
finger
big
controller.
fatty controller.
Original
What?
Xbox.
Black
for
whites- black whites on
updated
the
for
sides.
modern style.
Woo! I'm so stoked.
Yep.
Retro gaming to the absolute.
It's even going to have the 9-foot detachable cord.
That's awesome.
That's
They're bringing it back, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really cool.
now what? I wonder if they're gonna bring back Halo 2 to that.
Oh no,
Sorry.
that's a no.
It's been brought back in
That's-
other iterations.
I know,
But
I know.
I'm just gonna
But-
let you know there's no way like okay, all of the Microsoft that's coming back. That's no brainer.
The first parties are coming
yeah, the
back,
first parties
obviously.
are always going to be the first to come back. So you're going to get Halo 2, and
That
you're going.
fusion.
Your
right?
Forza.
No, but see, with with that though, they've already got the freaking Master Chief collection, so it doesn't really.
They don't need to bring those
They
back.
don't-
Those
they
aren't
don't
coming back in
literally
that way.
bring
But they
back.
will.
I can see it
there's a
happening.
difference. There's a difference between playing the remastered.
There's also reasons why they're not going to be that big of a list. Well, the technology is so much different. It's too much to try to backwards compat everything.
Right.
And the other thing is, all those old games are tied up in licensing issues. They
more
got to go back and
licensing
get all
than
those
anything.
licensing.
Well, also you got to think about like some of them are dead. Like
Some companies are dead,
Lion's
yeah.
Head is dead. So Fable,
All you have is the remaster.
original Fable is going to be gone.
Well,
Or possibly.
wasn't Lionshead bought out by Microsoft? Wasn't that owned by them?
Yes, but
They doesn't matter if the studio
Lionshead-
is gone.
they
exclusive,
consolidated it. There are some members still involved. Peter Molyneux is out. He's gone.
So they still have
Of
the
course
rights to it.
They still have the
Microsoft
rights to it,
owns
but at the
Fable
same time, like
still.
I don't think they're gonna bring it back with that.
Not the classics in the same sense. We have the remasters, so that's not the point
I
of this
don't know.
backwards
They could just do
compatibility.
the
See, now I just
360
got
the
depressed
360
again
one.
because Fable.
Matthew,
sorry, what?
Fable original still exists.
No.
Backwards
I know.
compat still exists. It's a 360 version of it.
I understand that. I'm more so talking about like the 2015, 2016 Fable world that was supposed to happen now, and they completely dropped.
Oh, you're talking about Fable Legends.
Legends,
Yes.
which is gone but not dead.
No, I'm pretty sure.
No,
it's dead.
no.
Sorry, with how much money they dumped into that, there's no way that's going to stay.
Okay, Legends is not coming back
I don't
because
know.
Evolve
Look what
didn't
just
come.
happened to whatchamacallit, the Dragon game.
Dragon Age.
Let me explain something.
No,
there's guys. There's nothing concrete right now, but they haven't announced anything. But an open world Fable modern gen game is being developed right now. That is true. There's absolutely no lie behind it. It's not the card game, which they are releasing soon, based on Fable. Fable Legends, as it is, a 4 or 5 player 4v1 like
Oh, I know
Evolve
what you're
is
talking
gone.
about.
It's gone. It's gone. The 4v1
Dragon's
is gone. They're in development of an open world, no details currently. So we'll talk about it in the future, but Microsoft is not throwing away Fable, and the open world is still coming.
Better fucking not drop. I'm sorry.
It's not. It's
I,
not. they made too.
Yeah.
They made too much money in the past.
Well, no, like-
Microsoft kept the name. They're going to bring it back.
Yeah.
Just not in the Fable Legends iteration.
game
Are
that
they
they're
going to
working on.
revamp it, or are they
the
going
game that he just brought up?
Dragon Scale?
Dragon Scale.
Bound. or
Dragon
whatever it's
Bound,
called.
and
Yeah.
no, there's
Scalebound.
Here's the thing.
Scalebound.
Scalebound.
I had it in 2 different ways. Sorry.
As a group, we got
On
it.
that note, Microsoft renewed the licensing to the name.
To Scalebound?
There's no development behind it, but they renewed the licensing to keep the name. So if they want to come back to it, they can.
They got to mostly develop.
I know
new
that's
development.
weird. There's nothing. No.
Sorry,
hope
this
behind
was
that
a
right
bad
now.
tangent. I'm sorry.
It's a horrible tangent.
You know, it's
I just want to reassure you as a Fable fan, Matt, that Fable
It
is
just brought a tear to my
there.
eye from us.
all.
New Fable will be there. There will be a new Fable someday, just not right now, and there's no details yet.
All
And
I gotta
just-
say is a lot of people were worried with Xbox coming to E3. They thought there was going to be no exclusives. They thought they were going to come to the table with nothing.
They
But
kept
they-
a lot of stuff hidden.
They came to the table swinging.
42 games, 50% of them exclusive.
Let's
Anyway,
see it. Like, I just want to see,
Yeah.
like, let's
see the
bring this
results
up.
of that. Yep.
Yeah.
So backwards compat's an awesome, cool thing, and that kind of ties up the overall coverage for our Microsoft aspect of the conference.
I feel like this E3 was just kind of like bleh compared to other ones.
It was.
It has been.
It's
There's no
just like-
Gears, there's no Halo, there's no heavy hitters.
I'm
A
not
lot of
even
people-
talking about just
I know
like
you're not
Xbox.
about
I'm just
that.
talking
I know.
about like
Well, it seems like
anything.
yeah.
Like
PlayStation came out. It was like this is what's happening. Deal with it. Let's do it.
Bethesda-
Xbox came out. This is what's happening. Let's deal with it. Let's do it.
The only
Nintendo's
real,
like, bam,
yeah,
surprise.
they're
Yeah.
bringing back freaking Samus.
Bethesda was
and-
like a blow of like a from a whispering eye, just like a you got it, and that's all.
Yeah, a lot of Bethesda games are basically
It's like everybody was like,
VR.
"Fucking give me Elder Scrolls 6," and then they're like,
Nintendo came in like the Kool-Aid Man.
I tweeted
Breaking
that out.
down
I was
walls.
like, I freaking
Hard and heavy.
tweeted Bethesda. I was like, please say something about
I heard
Elder
yours
Scrolls
like that.
We'll get there.
"Yeah, just surprise us like you did with Fallout 4." That means next year. Next year they'll
On
do
a
it.
side note, when I saw the Metro trailer, I thought, ooh, next Fallout? No, Metro.
Oh, Metro.
Metro looked.
Did you not see that? though?
Metro looked freaking amazing. That's like the only Metro I want to play.
I've never played any of the Metros.
It
I haven't
looked
had any.
sexy as hell.
Metro
Me neither.
itself,
Visually,
the first
I thought it was going to be a Fallout game as the trailer was unfolding. I'm like, oh,
I would have been pissed.
post-apocalyptic snow. Ooh.
My
would've
wife,
been
my wife saw it from my
fucking
phone.
pissed if
And she's
they-
like, "What movie are you
if
watching?"
they
I'm like, "This isn't a movie. This is a
announced
game."
I'm sorry.
no, but the
You're
other
fine.
the other Metros
Keeping
weren't,
on
weren't
3
that great.
hours.
But it's
That's one number behind, so that's 256. Yeah, for
3
total
hours.
editing.
editing.
Good content.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can keep that in as a blooper if you want.
It's
yeah.
awesome.
I may keep that in the raw. It was good.
Like
No, we could say, well,
Guys, I'm going to do a little bit of
it's right down there.
a little bit of wrapping up here. We do not want to discount or disclose.
Discredit.
Not include or discredit the Sony conference, Bethesda, or Nintendo or Ubisoft. We've got more details on those. We're going to have to cut this off for now because it's a long-running episode right now. Recording, we're at 3 hours, I think. I don't know how this is going to come out in the final edit, but
Lovely, awesome content.
we will bring a part 2 for our close-up E3 coverage very soon for you guys.
We're gonna
not
continue on this
cuatro,
one.
dos.
We're not just going to give you a number 1, but we will also give you a number 2.
Thank you for that, Mr.
You will
Jeff
make it a
Barry.
big steaming pile for you.
Instead of going up with the handle, you will have to go down.
That's right. You will. If for those in the Northwest, you will
environmental.
understand that.
Yeah,
This is a double flusher.
Yeah,
A double flusher or environmental.
That's 3 raindrops instead of 1 for how much stuff we have to cover.
We had a lot of stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Tangents included.
Tangents aside and included. I'm going to keep a few of these in. Where can you guys find us? Well, you can find us right here on this podcast. If you're listening, share the word of nerd. Just type in Nerdentials anywhere. That's right. Anywhere online, Google search Nerdentials. You'll find the podcast. You'll also find Nerdentials on YouTube. That's right. We now officially have a nice, clean URL called youtube.com/c/Nerdentials. You type that in, it'll take you straight to our account. Because, on a side note, guys, we've hit over 100 subscribers.
Nice.
Benchmark.
103, I think, right now. Right?
104.
My bad.
104 officially right
missed
now.
one.
Every one of
still
you
love
guys
your
are
face, though.
important. You also can find us on
Thank
iTunes.
you, Philip DeFranco.
Thank you for that. You guys can also find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play Music, wherever podcasts are played.
Pocket Casts, all those things.
All those wonderful little sad things for podcasting. You will hear us. Or YouTube if you want to see us. Another place you guys can see us is our conglomerate group. Guys, I'm trying to do a closing here.
I'm sorry.
Matt's belly button showing.
It is. Expose that beautiful bean footage. No? Go to queuedupmedia.com, guys. Queuedupmedia.com. Go check out our other Friends Geekologist Radio.
Rectify Gaming.
Rectify Gaming. Con, our graphic artist dude on there.
Probably going to be in a podcast pretty soon.
He's starting up a podcast called Destiny Content Creators, DCC. Look out for it. It's coming soon. And to keep up to date, just go to queuedupmedia.com, like I said. Anyway, guys, can find all of us also on Twitter. I am at Mr. Bluestreak. He is at Mattman Origins. He is at the Jeff Barry, and he is at Thanatos DB87. Thanatos, god of Thanatos. Sorry. Anyway, descriptions down below, guys.
That almost sounds like a Mexican dish with how he said it. Thanatos.
Extra guacamole.
Yeah, give me extra guacamole.
Descriptions down below, guys.
Tortilla?
And as always, nerds, we'll see you on the other side. Jeff Barry, guys.
Fucking another Fallout game, and they didn't give me Elder Scrolls. I would have just flipped a table and just ran and probably found the first baby I could and just punched it because I was just so pissed.
Glad Jason's home sleeping.
Sounds very scary.